Hi everybody, this is my introduction video for all my students. My name is Robert W. Powell. You'll see that on all the official documents, but I go by Rob Powell, or you can call me Robert Powell. I've been in the hospitality business about 30 years, and I got my start after grad school at the Walt Disney Company. Yep, I worked for that man right there. Then my career took me to a startup casino outfit. We were based in Minneapolis, but we built casinos all over the place, including 2 in Las Vegas. The company's name was Grand Casinos, and it started out as a bingo hall, but this is what you're looking at the bingo hall expanded to. We built 9 casinos in 6 years, including the largest floating casino on the planet. This is it right here. This is Gulfport Biloxi, Grand Casino. We also built, like I mentioned, the Stratosphere in Las Vegas. It was a matter of employment that we had to ride the big shot, which is a reverse bungee cord basically at the top of this thing. It's 1,149 feet in the air. If you ever get out there, it's a lousy casino, but it's a great view from up there. And then a handful of us, instead of moving to Las Vegas, we went over and helped fund and start a company called Rainforest Cafe. If you go to Disney and see a couple of them there, now you know why. This was literally an assault on all 5 senses. There you'll see, we actually had some good food there too, and here's a couple of shots just to prove it. Here's the old style. They got rid of those fish tanks, but every place had fish tanks. And then I went and did a stint after we sold that company, I did a stint in improv comedy at the Second City. And most of y'all will probably don't know what Second City is, but you may recognize some of the alumni there. They all got their start. This was based out of Toronto and Chicago. And Bill Murray, Danny Aykroyd, all those. Then I was pulled away and I signed a management contract with an Indian tribe where I managed a couple of casinos out west, which led me to the opening of a new jurisdiction in China called Macau, southern China. And I lived part-time in Hong Kong and Manila. And that was absolutely a fantastic and fascinating part and chapter of my career. Here was just some views, some overhead views. I thought these were pretty cool shots of Manila and Hong Kong. This is my commute. In essence, a little walk through the streets of Manila. And then I came back due to some family reasons, and I wound up buying a bar. This is a shot of the inside of my bar. And I also started a commercial capital firm, which I still own, and we fund hospitality ventures. And believe it or not, in that bar, one of the bartenders that I hired, his mom was an executive at the University of Arkansas. And we struck up a conversation one day, and she said, "Why don't you come on up and talk to some of our hospitality classes?" And I said, "Why not?" I had never done that before. And, you know, the rest is history. That was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. My major, I did an undergraduate degree in general business with a focus on finance and marketing, and then my graduate degree was in marketing. I was going to pursue a PhD. However, I was hired by the Disney company, and I really could not have asked for a better opportunity working there. I am from all over the southeastern part of the United States. My family was in the restaurant business, and we moved all over about every 2 years growing up. Wherever we'd open a new restaurant. But these days I spend most of my time between my home in Minneapolis, the family home in Louisiana, of course Fayetteville when it's not COVID time, and I spend a good bit of time out in Las Vegas as well. In my free time, you know, I love hockey, I love soccer, I'm working out quite a bit because in the fall I'm actually going to attempt to summit Kilimanjaro, Mount Kilimanjaro over in Tanzania. 19,310 feet high, and it's a mountaineering trek out of my list of adventures to take, so that I will be taking. You can of course watch, if you sign up to my and subscribe to my YouTube channel, I am doing something of a vlog that gives all the information about how I'm preparing and answers a bunch of questions, and I interact with students on that trip. And in my fall classes that I'll be teaching, we're going to discuss this in detail about how we go about planning trips like this, and how we how trip organizers put these things together. So I'm going to be looking at it from both sides, both the the management side of it and the planning side of it, and the person who's taking part in that. So if y'all are around and you want to take some of my classes, you'll get a little bit more in depth. But if you're not, watch some of the YouTube and you'll get some entertaining tidbits of information there. Where have I traveled that involves? Well, my entire life has been in the middle of the hospitality business, and from one way, form, shape, or another. And I've lived in Asia, I've lived in Central America, lived in Canada, parts all over the United States. So they've all been a part of it, and you'll hear these stories throughout the semester. I'll hopefully bring some of that to the table so you guys can benefit from some anecdotal stories, stuff that you won't find in your textbook. So that's me, and I will be happy to share with you any details of my experiences and hear about yours. If you'd like, feel free to reach out. I'm very approachable and very accessible by just about any means possible. Text, email, phone call, video conference, social media, you can find me, and that's it. So hopefully this gives you an idea of who I am, and it's wonderful to meet you guys. And I look forward to learning more about you, and hopefully I can contribute to your life in some meaningful way. Thanks.